Let's actually get a calc going. Yes, okay. Wins, noblesse, VV, wins again. Right, we've got spine, sapwood, stringless, wolf fang. Oh yeah, you can just use a new event bow, that's true. Power resonance, substats, main stats, like 60% uptime noblesse. Yeah, the set, that's true. 43. Damage percent for pyro, his passives. So he's got, what, 30 from one of them. And then it's another 25, so it's 55. Then Venti, 50. Then Bennett, 15. And then Serpent Spine. And then here we just don't have Bennett, 15. Yeah, this is the Tag Goblet. We can look at Pyro Goblet just to be sure. Pyro Goblet is better here, okay. Big, huge. Attack Goblet with Bennett on the team is just bad. Anyways, this is 510, right? Yeah. And 56, yeah. 263, 510. Venti has full uptime on Noblesse, no win set, and 56 from the bow. Maybe the answer is Eonson Fischl. That's not gonna fix the problem here. Anyways, damage percent on Venti, Animo damage. We have this, we have VV, so we have a 15 as well. Don't have this. We have a main stat. Is that it? Yeah. Crit, base 60. No set, no weapon. Motion value, 63.9 times 25. 469. 32 times 20. Fruitably Varka is chopped, basically. I mean, Varka is chopped, period. By the way, this calc is lying, okay? I am lying to you with this calc. I'm assuming full buff uptime. That's not true. It doesn't happen that way. You cannot get that. But we can twist the truth just a tiny little bit, okay? Like, he could use a break. Damage percent, Goblet, Wolf Fang. By the way, Lion's Roar mogs Wolf Fang at R1. I'm down to use Lion's Roar, man. Motion value, 179.5, 202.2, 163.9, 190.1, 160.9 times. We get an extra 6, right? So 23.5 here, because it's 10 at 75% increased damage out of 16, so that's a remaining 6. So 17.5 plus 6, 23.5. Yeah. So, like, Omega Optimistic and Lying, we get to this. Once we actually properly even out buff assumptions and stuff like that, it's like 85k, right? Can you count C6 Varka? What do Varka's cons do again? Does this get increased by the 2.2 times? Do we know? Probably doesn't, because I feel like it's probably pretty good if it does. And I get a feeling they don't want that. Because, like, this is the C0 combo, right? The C1 combo would basically just be this, right? Maybe you lose an N4 out of it or something. And then if it doesn't get multiplied by 2.2, just in terms of total motion value, the C2 is 40% more damage. Personal damage, which is already a good amount. But if it does get multiplied by 2.2, that C2 doubles as damage. That's not real and we know, sadly. Oh, really? Damn. GG. Some Japanese TC got these results. He looks so pretty with the flower on his hair like that. I don't have Venti. Am I cooked? Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Look at this. Does it look like Venti's important here? Which of these two teams is doing better? But yeah, this kind of lines up with what I've seen so far. You know what? That C2 is kind of good, actually, isn't it? Like, even with other times 2.2. But it changes him from a pyro carry to an animo carry, which is really funny. And then what's the C6? I don't understand this. I'm too tired for this shit. For a short time after using the special skill, you get to use a free follow-up special charge attack. And vice versa, so you just alternate between the two? Is that it? Wait, so do you do a single normal attack then at C6? Or am I misunderstanding this? Because you get a free skill after charge attack and you get a free charge attack after skill. So do you just alternate between the two and that's it? So saying the attack speed is useless, it probably affects the speed of his charge attack, right? Surely, right? If Varka turns out to be standard, will you be pulling him? I don't think so. Now that we have a selector, I'll just wait for the selector, I think. Doesn't attack speed only affect normal attacks unless specified? I mean, if it doesn't affect his charge attack, why would they give his SIG attack speed? I feel like that wouldn't make sense. Anyways, I don't know, man. This shit is so cooked. Are numbers his only problem? Yes and no. There's a lot of characters that are really good and that have kits that are, like, kind of weird, but like flaws in a kit aren't inherently a problem unless they're not balanced out by something else. Varka has like team building restrictions that are also like not helping, right? He has team building restrictions because he wants Witch and he wants double Animo and double of another one element, and in exchange for all of those limitations on team building, he's completely dog shit numbers wise. So that's cool. Like, numbers aren't his only problem, but the other problems that he has are problems that he shares with other units that people don't really consider to be problems, like Skirk. Yeah, that's true, actually. The double witch doesn't really matter. Do you get the witch set buff without having Hexarai active? Do you just need to have done the quest? Yeah? Okay. So then, yeah, I guess the witch buff doesn't matter. Oh yeah, wait. Chat. What if Varka gets to actually equip 2 weapons? So he gets the stats from 2 claymores at the same time. Wait. Pause. So can we get another base attack? Let's do Serpent Spine in one hand and Blacklift Slasher in the other. Holy shit! It's almost as good as Mawika! He just needs 2 weapons! We found it. We figured it out. Does he make top 10 DPS? Chat, what if we play a fun game where we try to separate characters between the ones that are better carries than Varka and worse carries than Varka? So let's start with like the easy one. We can put this here. We can put this here. Right? This. I think that's it for like the, well, okay, maybe this. Yeah. That's probably it for the ones that don't really need an explanation, right? Diluc goes below Varka, I think. The like cooked plunge stuff is just not very good. It was like technically good cheat DPS, but really cringe to play when Chanyeon came out, and that was pre-Mawika. And then Mawika came out. And now it's not good cheat DPS, and it's still cringe to play. Actually, how good is Varka's plunge multiplier? What if you just don't use his skill? That's not good, right? Yeah, okay, never mind. I take it back. I think Ayaka gets pulled up here because it's weird because like the team that you use for Ayaka is kind of a wheelchair team, but also if you just put units on the team based on their ability to enable Ayaka to deal more damage, those just happen to be the units you use for wheelchair. You're not using them necessarily just because it's wheelchair. You're using them also because the units are synergistic buffers for Ayaka as a carry. It's like half wheelchair. Yeah, kind of like Flynn's, I guess. That's a good way to think about it. It's a bit different, though. Because, like, Ayaka's selfish. Her presence makes the other characters perform worse. With Flynn's, is the other way around. His presence makes the other characters perform better. Flynn's is like a guy walking with a wheelchair, but, like, he's walking and he's carrying the wheelchair, but, like, below him. You know? It's weird. Anyways. Yeah. Like, there's a few others that are, like, fairly obvious. Client, Neuvillette. I think still fairly obvious. As much as Neuvillette has fallen off, he hasn't fallen off that bad. Kinich, yeah. Chaska. I don't know if I want to put Gumming above, because Stygian really ruined Gumming for me. Linny, sure. Yeah, Linny goes up there. Sethos? I think if you're good enough at the game, Sethos is up there, yeah. Wall cancel Sethos? No, that's not up there. It's Shorehold Sethos. But like, you have to be really good. We'll put him above Varka, but in the Varka tier. Yeah? Okay, bet. How's that? Nobody who's bad at Sethos plays Sethos carry. That's a good point, honestly. Like, the average Sethos main is just way better at the game than you are. I don't know, Saluda plays Sethos a lot. Damn. That's okay. Alright, man. That's okay. That's mean. Alright. Kutsing is worse. Ganyu is worse. I said Gumming is worse. I think Razor goes in the Varka tier. I think they're pretty similar, honestly. Klee's probably better. Venti carry for now. Probably worse. Shao is the worst. Then Wonder is also worse. Yeah. Alhaitham is like here. Honestly. Alhaitham, Llama, Columbina, Inefa goes crazy. Where have I heard that before? You could make the argument, well, it's kind of like Ayaka, right? Where like it's wheelchair as fuck, but like at least the units make sense for Alhaitham. I guess, yeah. Anyways, dude, where does Hu Tao go? 12 crit rate on Binefa is better than anything Varka does. Well, Varka has VV for Binefa. Sucrose exists, yeah, but it's not full uptime. Okay, now for the real hot take. The take that's actually gonna make some people in chat upset right now. All right, but I kind of stand by this one. Navia is like somewhere in here, honestly. Yeah, you guys are a lot more accepting of that than I expected. I love Navia, but I can't even clear Abyss with her. Oh boy. I didn't realize that was a cold take, actually. I thought people were still positive about Navia. I mean, we like her, but we are not delusional. Damn. Yoimiya. This one, I think is also going to be a bit of a hot take. I think Yoimiya is also somewhere in here. The more I think about it, the more I feel like if I'm going to actually include characters in the Varka tier, Gumming should probably be there too, right? I put Gumming below when I had no one else on the Varka tier. But now that we have other characters in the Varka tier, let's put Gaming there too. Which buffs raise Hero Yoimiya quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, Yoimiya has the advantage of being a pyro character and therefore not disabling Shavarza's passives. Should we empty the Varka tier? Pass judgment on all of those characters so that they're either better than Varka or worse than Varka, no in between? Alright. Deal accept Razor, they can have father-son bonding. Okay, you know what? I'm down for that. Sure, we can put Razor here. Okay, I don't know, man. Maybe Yoimiya should be here for the same reasons I'll hype him is here, honestly. But then Hu Tao is here too, right? Because, like, outside of just a wheelchair team that doesn't really synergize with Hu Tao very much, does Hu Tao have a single team that beats Varka? No, right? Farina, Yulon, Chilonen? At C1, it's slightly better than Varka, right? Is it even better than Varka? C1 is free, though. I mean, there's opportunity cost. If you get Hu Tao C1, you're not getting the C1 of an actual useful support, right? Like, that could be a Monocon. Fuck, that could be an Albedo con. That's way more useful. It could be a Klee con if you're gonna get a carry. It's not that I don't think... it's not that I don't want to evaluate Hu Tao at C1. Is that even at C1, I'm not sure she's better. Raiden! I feel like it's reasonable to give Raiden the Ayaka treatment here. She does have pretty good synergy in that Columbina team, you know? But, like, I don't know. Maybe not. Raiden Overload is better? No. No. No, it's not.